let's go to the topic called Raoult's law for ideal solutions. Raoult's law for ideal solutions. That means this is a law that will help you to find out whether a given solution is ideal or not. Okay, it will help you to find out whether the given solution is behaving ideal or not, and which solutions should be called ideal and which are called non-ideal. So let us see first a short statement for the law. The law says that in a solution, if vapor pressure of each component, in a solution if vapor pressure of each component varies directly as the mole fraction of that component, as the mole fraction of that component, then the solution is ideal. I am repeating for you that if in a given solution mole fraction of each component varies directly as the mole fraction of that component, then the solution is behaving ideal. Okay, simply this, with the study you'll understand what does it mean. Okay, that means if there is a solution of two components A and B where both are liquids, both are volatile, then the law says that PA varies directly as mole fraction of A, where what is PA? It is vapor pressure of component A, or it is called partial pressure of component A. Why we are using the term partial pressure? Because in the solution there are two components A and B, both are volatile. A will give vapors, B will also give vapors, and the total pressure will be due to A and B together. Out of that total, whatever is vapor pressure of A will be called partial pressure of A. So when I write PA, it is vapor pressure of A, it is written partial pressure of A. Partial pressure of A, which is proportional to mole fraction of A, and according to law, partial pressure of the component B will be directly proportional to mole fraction of component B. Okay, so this is partial pressure of B and this is partial pressure of A. If you want to convert this proportionality into equality, then partial pressure of A is actually equal to mole fraction of A into some constant of proportionality, and the constant of proportionality used in this example is PA naught. PA naught represents vapor pressure of A in pure state. That means not in the solution, but when A is present alone, it's pure state vapor pressure, the liquid vapor pressure of the component A. So what is PA naught here? It is vapor pressure of A when it is in pure state, without any solution, without any other component. This is called PA naught. Similarly, PB will be equal to chi B into PB naught, where what must be then PB naught? PB naught is vapor pressure of B in pure state, without any other component, not in a solution, when it is present alone, then it is called PB naught. So as far as the mathematical form of the law is concerned, this much is sufficient. Let's go further. We talk about graphical representation of Raoult's law. Okay, this actually is the graphical representation of Raoult's law for ideal solutions. Okay, so as we said, Raoult's law says that partial pressure of every component is proportional to its own mole fraction. So here we are plotting on x-axis the mole fraction, and on 2y-axis we are plotting the vapor pressure of the components. Okay, and we'll see the variation. At this end of the x-axis, this is the x-axis, at this end we are writing mole fraction of the component A is 1, whereas mole fraction of the component B is 0. What does it indicate? That if we have a beaker here, in that beaker there, and it is covered from the top, in this beaker there is only A, there is no B, because mole fraction of A is written 1 and B is written 0. So this solution, this is presently only component A, So at the other end, here we are saying mole fraction of A is 0 and B is 1. That means we are considering here a beaker which is covered from top and it contains only component B. So at the extreme of the two sides, two corners of the x-axis, here there is pure A and here there is pure B, and there is no solution. So if there is only component A, whatever is its corresponding vapor pressure, it will call PA0. As we have written in the equation, PA0 represents the vapor pressure of the component A when it is present alone in a pure state without solution. Okay. Whereas for the component B, the corresponding vapor pressure is represented as PB0. Now consider this axis. When you go from extreme left to right, mole fraction of A decreases from 1 to 0, whereas mole fraction of B increases from 0 to 1. So what does it indicate? Suppose you reach at this point on this axis. Here mole fraction of A will decrease from 1 to say 0.8, and the mole fraction of B will increase to something 0.2. Sum of the two has to be 1. So as you are moving along, A will start decreasing and B will start increasing. So as mole fraction of A is decreasing, its partial pressure should also decrease. So what is this line showing? This line is showing partial pressure of component A with its mole fraction. So as the mole fraction along this axis is decreasing, the partial pressure of A is also decreasing. Similarly, what does this line shows? This line shows partial pressure of B. If you start moving from this end, partial pressure of B is highest here, and as the mole fraction decreases to 0, the partial pressure also decreases to 0. Now see, this variation of partial pressure with the mole fraction is linear. And that is what Raoult's law is saying, that if the vapor pressure of liquids vary directly as their mole fraction in solution, then the solution is called ideal, and this variation has to be linear. And what is this connected line showing you? It is showing you PA plus PB. What is PA plus PB? PA plus PB is the total pressure over the solution, or the total vapor pressure over the solution, which is indicated by this line. Okay. Now after this graphical representation, we are at a point to discuss that all of the solutions do not behave ideal. Some behave ideal, but some do not. So there are two types of solutions which show variations from ideal behavior, and they are solutions showing negative deviations from Raoult's law and solutions showing positive deviations from Raoult's law. Okay, so let's go further and discuss. Before we discuss about non-ideal solutions or deviations from Raoult's law, we should discuss that what are the rules to find whether a solution is behaving ideal or not. A solution behaves ideal if first it obeys Raoult's law. Obeys Raoult's law. This is quite simple. That means its partial pressure of the component should be linearly proportional to the mole fraction. Second rule to decide whether it is ideal or not is its delta H of mixing should be 0. So from your 11th class thermodynamics knowledge, you know delta H is enthalpy of mixing. Enthalpy of mixing means when you are mixing component A with component B, no heat should be liberated, no heat should be absorbed, it should be 0. Then the solution will be called ideal. Another way to decide whether the solution is ideal or not is delta V of mixing should also be 0. What is delta V of mixing? If you are mixing 50 ml component A with 50 ml component B, the total volume should be 100. It should not be more than 100, it should not be less than 100. Then in that case the solution is behaving ideal. Okay, now let's go discuss about, there are certain solutions which follow these rules, there are certain which do not. So first find out what are the deviations from Raoult's law. Okay, so we discuss now here non-ideal solutions. Non-ideal solutions, another name of the same topic is deviation from Raoult's law. Deviation from Raoult's law. So basically there are two types of deviations found in solutions. There are two types of non-ideal solution. First category is solutions showing negative deviation from Raoult's law. In short, I am writing there are certain solutions which show negative deviation from Raoult's law. What is the easier way to understand negative deviation? In short, those solutions where the observed partial pressure of the component is less than expected. According to the mole fraction, you expect some corresponding vapor pressure. If the observed vapor pressure is less than what you are expecting, then such a solution is said to show negative deviation from Raoult's law. Okay, graphically we can very easily represent this. This is I am drawing a graph. Again, this is the mole fraction axis, the vapor pressure axis. We already have an ideal graph that we made for the component A and component B. I'll be making some small changes into that so that you understand what is negative deviation from Raoult's law. Okay, try and find out. This is your PB naught, this is your PA naught, and what I have shown presently are the ideal behaviors, that when the mole fraction of A is decreasing from 1 to 0 and the mole fraction of B is increasing from 0 to 1, this should be the variations in PA and PB, and this line is giving you PA plus PB. This is ideal situation. But what is a non-ideal and negative deviation? You just said, when we say the solution is showing negative deviation, the observed vapor pressure is less than what you are expecting. So I'll convert this ideal behavior to dotted line to have only a reference, और इस reference के comparison में एक non-ideal negatively deviating solution कैसे vapor pressure show करता है हम देखेंगे. जो कंपोनेंट A है उसका प्रेशर आप जितना एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो उससे कम आएगा, कंपोनेंट B का भी कम आएगा, और A और B का जो टोटल प्रेशर सोल्यूशन के ऊपर है वो भी एक्सपेक्टेड से कम आएगा. तो जो भी ग्राफ्स ऐसे डाउनवर्ड डिप्रेशंस दिखेंगे, मतलब वो एक ऐसे सोल्यूशन का ग्राफ है जो राउल्ट्स लॉ से नेगेटिवली डेविएट करता है. ओके, नाउ हियर इटसेल्फ आई टेल यू देयर इज अनदर काइंड ऑफ सोल्यूशन व्हिच आर शोइंग positive deviation from Raoult's law. Very easy to understand. The name itself suggests what must be such kind of solutions doing. In positively deviating solutions from Raoult's law, the observed vapor pressures are more than what you expect. आप एक particular mole fraction के लिए एक partial pressure expect करते हो, उससे ज़्यादा value आप observe करोगे. तो ऐसे solutions को आप कहोगे these solutions are positively deviating from Raoult's law. तो जो curves हैं वो कैसे दिखेंगे? ये जो ideal curve है आपकी expected values, मैं आपको यहाँ फिर से एक बार बना के दिखाती हूँ. ये जो हम ग्राफ बना रहे हैं ये मोल फ्रैक्शन है, ये फिर से वेपर प्रेशर्स हैं इधर, और ये कंपोनेंट A के लिए वेरिएशन था आइडियल वाला, दिस इज PA नॉट. ये कंपोनेंट B का आइडियल वाला वेरिएशन था, ये PB नॉट है. ये लाइन PA के लिए PB के लिए है, ये लाइन PA के लिए है, और दोनों को जो लाइन कंबाइन करती है वो PA प्लस PB की लाइन है. In positive deviation, this is the again a dotted line showing the ideal behavior. This is what we expect to happen, but this is not happening because of positive deviation. The observed vapor pressures you will see are more than what you expect. This is a graph showing positive deviation from Raoult's law. So in all together in Raoult's law we studied 3 graphs, one showing ideal behavior and 2 graphs showing non-ideal behavior, the one showing negative deviation and the other showing positive deviation from Raoult's law. Okay, now let's go further.